Aging in place. Aging in place describes staying at home while you grow older in age. While senior living facilities describe any of the different care facilities outside of one's home that an individual can receive different levels of care. We are discussing these today because planning for either can make your golden years happy and worry-free. Signs of senior care date back to ancient times. Most seniors lived alone or with relatives. Home care continues to be the number one lifestyle for seniors today. Bones have been discovered of seniors with disabilities. These seniors would never have lived to the age their bones indicate without someone caring for them. Home care, or staying at home with the help of others, family, or caregivers, is still the most desired lifestyle of seniors. Time brings changes to senior care. In American society, senior members of the family were expected to live their lives in their home or in the care of family members. The financially disadvantaged or those without supportive family were sent to almshouses, or what we call houses for the poor. But American lifestyles changed. Women who traditionally were the caregivers began working outside of the home. The need for senior care outside of the home rose substantially. In addition to those things, moving from farms to city living was another way lifestyle changes took seniors from the care of their family to almshouses or poorhouses. Almshouses, let me make sure you understand, provided shelter and food, and that was all. The history of senior living. In the 1700s, seniors were placed with orphans, the mentally ill, and the poor in local institutions. Regardless of your financial situation, seniors who were unable to live alone and had no one to care for them went to the almshouses. Homes for specific seniors began by some racial, religious, and wealthy people for those they designated. So if you were German, you went to the German home. If you were wealthy, you went to wealthy homes. People started old folk homes, which these were indicated. They began paying into them so that people of their same kind could be taken care of. Then Social Security and Medicaid, Medicare changed things for some seniors by providing funding for their care. When Social Security and Medicare, Medicaid began, some improvement was seen as nursing homes sprang up to take in seniors. Nursing homes are residential care centers that provide care for people requiring a certain level of medical care that can't be met through the home or other community services. These homes did not make seniors any more at ease about their golden years, though. The new nursing homes were notorious for taking the seniors' money, neglecting them, and abusing them. So, what are your choices now? Independent living, supported living at home, senior living facilities, skilled nursing facilities, memory care facilities, and we will discuss each of these as we move forward through the workshop. So, why stay at home? Comfort, maintaining independence, staying close to your friends and families, less exposure to illness and diseases, and familiarity. Everyone wants to stay comfortable in their own home for as long as possible. It's home, it's your place. When you are in your home, you're able to do what you want to do when you want to, given individual and physical or financial limitations. Family and friends are able to come and go with no limitations like length of time of their visit, or no loud noises, or the number of visitors you can have at one time. Living alone allows you to monitor your exposure to things like COVID. Living in your own place is also good for memory because you're familiar with your surroundings. But
And
living
Denny
at
Foyer.
home is not
Join
free.
the meeting.
Everyone thinks that they are home free, but the cost of living doesn't change. You have mortgage payments or rent, taxes and insurance, required maintenance, yard services, house cleaners, etc. Changes for senior adaptations like the cost of a caregiver, contractors' costs like toilet and tub installations or ramps or lifts, etc. If anything, you can expect the cost of living at home to increase as time goes on. Things that were working will break down, and you must consider the cost of the breakdowns on your set income. Things like roof repairs and or water heater replacements. Living at home is still not free. So, what do? We're going to assess the ability to live independently. Are you able to maintain basic living activities? And these are some of the things that you should consider when assessing your ability to live independently. Are you able to bathe yourself? Are you able to dress yourself? And when we say getting dressed, we mean choosing the clothing also. Toileting, are you able to go to the bathroom on your own? Transferring, that means the ability to get in and out of your bed independently. Continence, are you able to use your restroom independently? And do you have any problems eating? Additional activities that you need to assess are you able to pay your bills? Or at least have someone else pay them? Are you able to have your house cleaned? Whether you're doing it yourself or having someone come into the house. Are you cooking food for yourself? Again, or having someone bring food in for you? Are you able to transport yourself outside of your home? And are you able to socialize with others? These are all things you need to consider when assessing yourselves and your ability to stay in your home. Help aging in place, basic home review. So, when you're thinking about staying at home, you need to review your house and your living conditions. Is there enough space for a senior to move around with a walker, a wheelchair, or other assistive devices? Can living arrangements be altered to eliminate or lessen stair movements? God knows you don't want to be going up and down those stairs. Can furniture be moved that can trip walkers, canes, or slow movers? Can low chairs be replaced for mechanically lifting chairs? Are the beds the wrong height for easy access? Can low bathtubs be replaced with walk-ins and toilets replaced for safe and comfortable heights? Are kitchen items that are used often in low places to avoid reaching? Can remotes and electronic devices be changed for bigger and lesser buttons? Can grab bars be mounted in bathtubs, showers, or toilets for helpful access? In addition to assessing the senior's abilities, the senior home needs to be evaluated also. This is just another way of finding the best living arrangement for the seniors. There are companies that come and assist with evaluations and make recommendations for senior homes. These companies can be extremely helpful as well as costly. Signs you need to change your living arrangement. Are you showing declining health and or fragility? Are you unable to manage your finances? Do you have an unclean or a messy house? Do you have poor hygiene, isolation? And this is related to unhealthy habits, depression, or mortality. These things that are being pointed out are not because you want to do them, but maybe because of your health, or it just may be declining simply because you're becoming a senior. But these are things that you need to identify and know they mean you need to change your living arrangements. It's difficult sometimes to have these conversations or for you to admit to yourself that you have these signs. I'm sure that no one in this audience is like that. Not all the signs need to be present for a senior to need a change in living arrangement, but more assessment by professionals need to be done to pinpoint which living arrangement would be the best for a senior. Right now, we can give a little time for some Q&As. I will pause the slideshow right now and see if we have any questions that we can answer.
So some of you may have experienced some of the things that Ms. Benita has just talked about with regard to identifying situations in the home that might be accused to begin thinking about making rearrangements or adjustments within the home to be able to better move around within the home. There also are points in time she talked about where things are getting to a point where you need to be evaluating outside living in a senior living center of some sort. So some of you may have be experiencing some of those things in your home where you need to make some adjustments to better accommodate moving around in the home. Some of you may have already done some research on outside living facilities. Um, but whatever, if any of you care to share on any of your observations, experiences that you're going through now, feel free to do so.
Yes, my name is Michael Jones. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mike, we hear you. Go right ahead.
Yes, I'm a veteran, and I have been trying to get help, like getting to a senior apartment, affordable living. And when I contact VA, they tell me I have to be uh, homeless or an alcoholic or addict in recovery. And I'm trying to get help because where I live at now in Southeast, I'm on the third floor. I'm 66 years old. And for the past year and 6 months, I've been trying to get help to move from where I'm at because I'm paying a high rent here. And I'm trying to, like I call the department agent, trying to get assistance and who can I talk to help me find a better place to live?
Uh, Mike, let me just say, if you can follow up with me after the session, we do a lot with the Veterans Administration and the DC VA medical facility. We will definitely see if we can connect you with a VA counselor to assess your situation and see if they can provide some resources to assist you. Okay?
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask one more question.
Oh, go ahead.
Is there any way I can contact Miss Vita Wim? Is she also with helping senior being replacement in senior apartments?
Not directly. Miss Williams is also working with me here at the VETS group. So we will both follow up. I mean, when you get in touch with us, we will connect you with some VA representatives to look into your situation.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, hello. Go ahead.
Hi. This is
Please
William
identify
Nick.
yourself.
I live by myself. My daughter's visiting me now. She used to live with me. Live on the 4th floor of a walk up, so I got to walk up and down those stairs every day. I just had I had hip replacement and knee replacement surgery in the last year and a half, and they
And you'll see there's no microphone covered there.
hello.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Nichols. You're on mute now, Mr. Nichols. Let me see if I can unmute you. Yes.
Yeah, exit come off.
So that we
Am
can
I
speak.
muted?
Okay, there you go, Mr. Nichols. What were you
All
saying?
right. I was saying, I had severe arthritis. I was disabled in, 2013, and now I'm on straight Social Security because I'll be 70 in a couple weeks. So, I'm getting better. I have replaced the severe, the most severe stuff. I still have pain some of the time, and I've been on pain medicine since for like 14 years, which is a very long time, and try to reduce my intake of that, which I'm doing fairly well with. But I own this place and I love the neighborhood, but I just foresee at some point that those walking up those 4 stairs, 4 flights of stairs is gonna at some point come to an end. I'm 70 now. I have no problem except a little bit of pain. It's getting better because I've had the operation, but I guess at 80 or 90, that might not be the case. You know what I mean? So that's basically.
Well, Mr. Nichols, let me just say that those of you that are in the senior iPad program, you have a help desk contact phone number for the program. So I would recommend that you call that number and let them know of your situation so they can see if they can connect you with some assistance. All right?
All right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, we're going to continue with our presentation and then we'll open it back up for some more discussion. Ms. Benita?
Some determining factors for senior living arrangements. We need to look at health or memory. Health or memory problems puts senior safety in jeopardy. These factors narrow the choices of senior living arrangements substantially. Money. Very few people can review their future living arrangements without considering their finances. How much money and for how long you will have your finances the same makes a big difference and makes a difference in your living arrangements. Lifestyles or personality. Lifestyles or personalities of seniors makes a difference on what they want to engage in while they continue their aging process. Really? hold on. I'm so sorry. If you just give me a few more minutes so I can click back on. Get out and go back in. She is. Huh? Okay, I am trying to share.
Technical difficulty.
I got you. Yeah. Okay. So can you see it still?
Yes, it's perfect.
Okay. So the next thing that we need to do is assess current income and review possible financial assistance. On the right side are monies we usually count on: our pension, Social Security, disability, and possible IRA. Items on your left are ways you might consider increasing your income with: grants, Medicaid, Medicare, elderly tax credit, and senior fundraisers. Things that you might need to think about though: assisted living facilities don't accept Medicare or Medicaid for payments. Health assessments. Health assessments, hold on. I believe I need to stop this one right now. Will be health assessments. Senior care facilities do not rely solely on doctors' information for admission purposes. And right now I am going to slide over and let Miss Vera Beatty come and finish this slide up for me.
Hello, everyone. I was able to see everyone a minute ago, and unlike everybody else, I bumped something and I can't see you. So I hope you can see me. My name is Vera Beatty, and I work with the VETS group, presently working in the role of a compliance specialist for our workplace leave laws. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. I've worked in healthcare for 40 to 50 years, not to tell my age. So with those few questions that did come online, I'd like to say up front, I'm very closely working with Mr. Wynn at the VETS group. So any of those questions will definitely be answered and calls returned within the week to get you in the direction you need to resolve some of those questions. Health assessment are done by the senior living facilities. Senior care facilities do not rely solely on doctors' information for admission purposes. This information is used to assess the level of care the senior may require. In the process, it also helps to provide a means for identifying and creating a senior care plan. So what it starts out is identifying, once you've identified that you think it's time to begin to look for a senior living facility, considering like William mentioned, as well as Michael, that he thinks I need to move, the costs, the steps, and other issues have presented itself. The first step really would be to seek out a facility in a neighborhood or community that you would choose or like to live in, considering, first of all, where you currently live, and where your usual routine contacts and associates have been. To move to a new and strange neighborhood can be more of a transition than you might be able to endure. So the first step is to find a facility, just start calling one or two and ask for the admission department. And the reason I say that is the role of the admission department is to sell you a place to live in their facility. It's just like renting an apartment, actually. So the first step is contacting the admission department. That admission representative will begin to tell you what their needs and requirements are to move that process along. And it usually starts with costs. It also will arrive with questions on what your current personal needs are. Senior living facilities are not the choice for those who may have
Join the meeting.
a higher level of care, meaning if you have reached a point where you're not able to manage most of your own personal needs. But walking and needing to get to the doctor and things like that does not eliminate you from going to a senior living facility. So what do we do once we've reached a senior's office? They start to ask a lot of questions. There's an application process. But in this application process, they're retrieving information that will help you to begin to identify more what your needs are and lift some of the levels of denial that we don't always want to face for ourselves, that we are still challenging. It also will begin to ask intrusive questions sometimes that can feel intimidating. Why they asking me so many questions about my money? Why they got to know all my business? Well, they're not doing that to be nosy. They're doing that to determine what resources does that facility have connection with that they might be able to tap into to provide you more financial resources. Remember, their goal is to get you a rented unit at their facility. Many of these facilities compete against each other. So there are fees for the rent that are different at one versus another. Your choice in which facility you choose should start with the community, the location, and what the facility offers for you in terms of what your needs, wants, and wishes are. Next slide. Evaluate your lifestyle. So what are your needs, wants, and wishes? Do you live in the county now? Do you live in the suburb areas of Washington surroundings, or do you live in the inner city? Would you like to stay in that area? Do you have friends where you are now that maybe just walking by and you may not spend a lot of time with them now, but just seeing them makes all the difference. Moving out of the area can sometimes be a change you might not be ready for. So keep that in mind. Are you used to certain types of activities? Maybe you were before you began to challenge certain health problems, but many of these senior facilities, they offer different types of activities. Some may offer more than others. Some may offer different types of activities versus another. Are you a sociable person? Do you have trouble interacting with others? Have you maybe most of your life been a little shy? These are questions you want to start to ask yourself. Do you like to go out? Is that facility located in a neighborhood you'd be comfortable moving around in alone or with a friend or associate? Next slide, please. Preparing for higher level care. So we've just finished talking about senior living facilities. That we consider is a lower level of care. That means that you still have some sense of independence. You still have some ability to feed yourself. You're not as challenged as some others with getting to the restroom. You've not been found to leave things burning on the stove. You are not challenged with serious health problems that require a licensed or credentialed health provider to assist you with. So that's what the term skilled nursing facilities means. When you hear skilled, they're talking about something that you need that's going to require a licensed or credentialed health provider to be able to give you or do for you that no other provider can do without that license. So a skilled nursing facility or a memory care facility is usually a place where a person has come to a point in their life that they realize they need more help for their average daily living needs. They may be on insulin and it's beginning to get difficult to do your own insulin. You may need dialysis, and even though you have transportation coming to your home for your dialysis, you're starting to have dialysis complications. There may be other types of medical, physical, or even memory problems that have brought you to a point in your life where you cannot do everything you need daily by yourself. The senior living facilities that we mentioned a moment ago, with the skilled nursing needs, you're not allowed to live there. Once they become aware that your situation may have progressed or changed, they will begin to assess you to determine a higher level of care need. So what happens when we get to the skilled nursing facility? In this point of your life, there's usually either a doctor, a health provider, some associate through your church or a friend or a neighbor or your family who has helped you to recognize this is what is going on in your life now, and this is what they suggest or recommend you need. What happens at the skilled nursing facility and how do you get in there? It's the same similar process. It started at the admissions department. In that case, the doctor is a little more involved in your medical records, but there's a social worker and a case manager who begins the intrusive questions, intimidating questions about your life and daily needs. That admission department will get together with the persons who might have recommended you to the facility, their social worker and other skilled clinicians at the facility to do a full assessment to determine what needs you have and whether this particular skilled nursing facility is the one right for you. So what makes the nursing facility different from a memory care? Memory care is talking about what we commonly know as dementia. Knowing there are 5 types of dementia. So it could be Alzheimer's, it could be Parkinson's, it could be different types of dementia, but it's some cognitive thought disorder that is causing you not to remember well, forget things, and so on and so forth. This is the same assessment. In the case of a memory care facility, often it's designed in such a way that has more visual aids. You still have your skilled licensed clinicians that are going to help you with your medical or physical needs, but it's designed in such a way that it helps you to be directed with visual aids, like maybe a stop sign at a walk down a hallway that's red with the big white letters like you were used to seeing all your life when you were driving. That will help remind you it's time to stop at that end of the hall so that you don't fall. They'll have more rails. They'll have a lot of different types of aids designed in the facility to help with memory. Next slide. I think I'm at the end of my presentation.
Thank you so much, Ms. Vera.
Thank you, and I look forward to any questions.
Senior statistics. It is estimated that over a fifth of the population in the United States will be 65 years or older by 2050. Senior statistics means that government and healthcare organizations are planning for the future. Other than housing, personal and medical care for seniors is another pressing issue with huge potential for growth in the coming years. The rise of seniors also means the need for transportation, meal planning, and help with personal grooming rises. As the demand for these services increase, so will the rise in businesses. Senior advocates are currently lobbying the government for more regulations regarding senior facilities. We need that to happen. We can expect as services for seniors increase, so will their quality as pressure continues to mount for government intervention. Words of wisdom. Be proactive now. Think of what you can do for yourself now. Adapt your home. Stairs, baths, and kitchens can present hazards for older people. Even if you don't need to make changes right now, do an annual safety review so you can make necessary updates if you need to have changes made. Prevent falls. Falls are a big deal for older people. They often result in fractures that can lead to disability, further health problems, or even death. Safety precautions are important, but so are exercises that can improve your balance and strength. Think of your future. Don't be afraid to look at the future. You have the power to make it a great future. Consider your housing options. You might consider investigating and discussing with relatives and friends how to plan for your selected senior living arrangements. Think ahead about how to get the help you might need. Meal preparation, transportation, home repair, house cleaning, and help with financial tasks such as paying bills might be hired out if you can afford it, or you can share it with your friends and family. Elder services offered in your community might be another option. Plan ahead for emergencies. Who would you call in an emergency? Is there someone who can check in on you regularly? What would you do if you fell and couldn't reach the phone? Keep emergency numbers near each phone or on speed dial. Carry a cell phone, preferably with big buttons and bright screens. Or consider investing in some type of personal alarm system. Write advanced care directives. Advanced care directives such as a living will, durable power of attorney for healthcare, and healthcare proxy allows you to explain the type of medical care you want if you're too sick, if you're confused or injured, to voice your opinions and your wishes. Every adult should have these. I thank you now for looking and listening to our presentation, and we will move into our question and answer segment now. All right, I'll pull it back.
I got a question.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Benita and Ms. Vera. We appreciate your presentation. We're going to open it up now for some discussion so that the folks on the call can share some of their experiences that they might want to let others be aware of.
Hello?
Yeah, go right ahead. Who's that?
My name is Alan Davis. I have a question about, do you have any type of resources that helps a homeowner do general repairs on their home?
Alan Davis?
Yes.
Yeah, we don't have any directly at our group, but again, through the helpline, or if you send us your contact information, we will try to connect you with an organization that can assist you. Also, let me just mention that I believe most of you on the call are connected into this program through the DC Office of Aging and Community Living. And part of their function is to connect you with resources and assistance to assist you with your needs.
Is that the thing with Miss Thompson?
I'm not sure of who the person's name is, but if we can find out for sure.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Hello, my name is John Neil Oliveira, and I'll be 80 years old October the 12th. I've been working all my life, and now things are closing down on me a little bit. I have one arm. I lost my left arm at the elbow 14 years ago. I am stuck in a wheelchair because my left leg is messed up and my right knee, the tendon is broken, so I can't walk or stand. I've been living at home, doing very well, but it's getting harder for me to take care of myself. I no longer cook. DC Department of Aging has been very helpful. I get food. They've looked at my place where I live, but I need to start planning on later on. I also have bone marrow cancer, so I'm taking some very expensive medication. And I'm also a veteran. I was in the Navy 5 years. What I was trying to find is a place that I can move into a senior living that, and then as my health and everything goes down, transition into assisted living, but I'm not finding anything like that. If also I own my own little condo, and because that's an asset, I don't qualify for any of the programs.
Wonderful.
And if I sell it, I was going to plan on giving it to my kids. I still can't do anything, but if I use the money that I get from selling it to buy down on a place, it will last me probably 2 years at the max. And then I'm out of luck. My Social Security is $17.50 a month. So I don't know what I don't know what to do.
Can I, this is Vera, can I reply to his comments?
Yes, go right ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, John. I want to applaud your courage and bravery to speak out so candid. Listen, what we can do, make sure we get your name again and your number, because certain things like a directory of the facilities within the community or area that you're willing to consider would be number one. The other thing is you want to start thinking about perhaps you want to put your property in one of your relatives' names. It even is probably better to put it in a friend's name so that when you start to apply for these other resources, it doesn't follow a trail in your family that you've sheltered some money. There are different ways to go about it. And honestly, the facilities, some of them, if they have a good admission, that's fully staffed and everybody's available there to talk to you, they'll give you little tips. They want to rent those places out, okay? So their goal is to reach your goal. So that's why I stated that the first step is to just see where you want to live. Find out what they want from you to live there. Then you come back to people like ourselves and other contact resources that you have begun to identify who are in your support system that are willing to try to help you reach that goal. I understand you need 1 to 2 years to dissolve your finances to meet those obligations to the government for funding. So you look good, you sound good. We might be able to reach that goal. So start making a list. What do I want? What do I need? And who is already there available to answer some questions? And if you have phone numbers from, write that down. That's called building a strong social support network.
Okay.
Doctor, sister, friend, neighbor, church, all that's your support. And and it can even be your storekeeper. You go to the same store for years. So you might not want to move out of your neighborhood where even though you don't know these people, you see them commonly. And you visit with them when you go to buy your whatever items you need. So, okay. Does that help?
Thank you so much, and I really appreciate that. My phone number is 202-437-6177. And I've already started looking at places. In fact, I visited the very first one last week that if I were qualified, I'd move in right now. It's just absolutely beautiful. But
Okay.
thank you for the information, and I'm following it closely. I'm going to do everything I can to make it right. My family is long lived. My mom was with us 96 years, my dad 93, and I expect that I'm going to be around, even though I'm all beat up now.
It sounds like
be
it.
in my 90s before I kick out of here too.
I bet
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and I got that number, John. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. This is Queen. I guess some of you remember me. I did drop off your iPad, so thank God you all joined today and being a part of this presentation. I just wanted to share a few real life stories in that people that's connected me and my family. So I had one situation where the woman who's been living at home in her apartment, and they didn't realize till recently she cannot walk for 2 years. Her son just passed away. And so her neighbor takes care of her to come up and change her and stuff like that. So that's one situation. The other situation is one of my sisters. She ended up with a situation where she had to get her daughter or one of her siblings come and take care of her. Has not been the best choice, but nobody is able to step up to the plate and take that responsibility. She needs somebody there all the time. Her memory is kind of, leaving her a little bit, so she can't take it herself. And then the other situation is my brother who did a reverse mortgage in his home. So they need all kind of work. Don't have the money to fix the house. So those are just some of the real scenarios that happen in my immediate family. So I don't know, you guys might have different situations, but everything is in need of making a vital decision about what's going on in their lives. So maybe some of you have a different situation, but for everything that happens in your life, try to make a decision ahead of time when you see things coming up. For instance, and one more situation, my brother cuts grass for this lady who lives in Virginia, who's another ethnic group, and she lost her memory recently in the hospital. She's only knows my brother now. And so when he went to the hospital, they asked him, was he the son? Well, we all know the answer to that. But she don't have anything in writing that we can find, just a lawyer, and can't find another person who's a relative in the family. So that's just real situations. So I don't know, you all might have shared something different.
Thank you.
I'd like to share a brief one. My name is Janice, and my dad passed last year, 2 months shy of his 93rd birthday. He did not show us where his VA papers was, his DD 214. He did not show us. Didn't have anybody on his bank accounts. Now my mom, they still married, none of that. And so right now, it's been a step-by-step process. We got to go do a DC Superior Court probate. to get his little $300 out of his account, even though they had wrote a letter, even though the bank had allowed my mother to go back and forth in his account so that she could pay the rent while he was alive and in the VA hospital, going through what he was going through, you know, but once we tried to get when OPM, because he's a vet, he got government service, all this stuff. And once they got wind that he had passed, because we told them, and we went to go get the money from out the bank, the OPM says, do not touch the last check. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't touch the last check. And so the check has still been there, you know, in the bank because they didn't put it back and we can't get the money out the bank. So situations, so we got to go to DC Superior Court to get it. You know, we got to go do, and we're using AARP lawyers to help us with getting all of this stuff done. They're working on getting his DD 214, you know, so we found resources to help us. Thank God for that. But it's just the fact that, you know, my mom is going through health challenges, you know, and as the young lady said, I need to become, AARP wants me to become the proxy, you know, even though I got 4 other siblings that are not able to do stuff or won't do stuff. So with that said, you know, it's a lot on me. I just had open heart surgery in January. I'm 61, be 62 soon. I mean, so I'm battling with my health issues along with my mother's health issues, along with trying to get my father's everything. I've got the Social Security right. I got the his federal pension right, as well as another pension, but we still got to deal with getting a DD 214 to get him buried in Arlington Cemetery because we cremated them, and along with getting the little bit of money that he got in the bank, you know, in PNC. So, you know, those are things that, you know, as she said, you know, when you see them coming, you know, start to try to prepare, which, you know, I jumped on it right away before he deceased. But it's just a fact, you know, saying it's still going to take a matter of time to get it done, you know. So AARP is a good resource to reach out to get service from, as far as lawyers, free lawyers for yourself. You know, they would help you, they would walk with you, they would go with you. They went with us when my mom, they was trying to take away her 8 hours. They went to court with us for that. We got it the way we wanted it. So they are a good resource. And it's something that a lot of people don't know, but, you know, I'm just putting it out there. You know, that is, they are people who can help you with navigating everything, getting the services that you need, whether if it's moving to a facility or whatever. So.
Okay, well, thank you.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Who's that?
Hello. This is Vera Harden.
Okay,
And I'm
go ahead.
calling,
I gotta say hi,
let you guys,
Vera, my mutual Vera. Hi, Vera.
hi, there are 3 Veras on the line. At any rate, I want you guys to know I have been trying to move to integrate out into a senior home, you know, development. And so a year and a half ago, I had a voucher, and you know, you're only there for 30 days. So I went to all these senior places. They're always a one place. I did put my name on the list, and then so for some reason it was removed from the list. You know, my number has been the same for 10 years, my address or what have you. So I had to resort to moving in another location where I really do not want to live, you know, around a bunch of young people that use drugs and hang out. You know, you know the scenario now. You know, so I wanted to know how do you go about getting getting into I am 66, and I was hoping to get there by the time I'm 65, moving to a senior, home development. How do you go about doing that?
So, did I understand? This is Vera again. Did I understand you correctly, Vera Harden, that you're in a senior development now?
No. I had a voucher a
Okay.
year and a half ago. It lasted 30 days.
I got
And I
you.
went to all the I went everywhere. And
Okay.
I just struck.
Okay.
So
Well, I'm
I
going to
had
utilize this
resort
extra
to living.
minute to kind of respond to what Janice had said. Thank you, Janice. You said a lot. And what I heard most importantly was you were reminding all of us to start writing things down. If you're not a writer, most people have a cell phone. You can record it on your phone, but don't be afraid to start sharing your personal business with your family or significant associate or friend, so that when anything happens, it's not so hard on them and it gets done your way. And for you, Vera, you would basically go through the same process you went through like before for that voucher. Again, Janice made a great suggestion about AARP. They are a wonderful organization, of course, along with the Department of Aging, who would more than likely suggest them among other organizations too. So if you want to begin to prepare a more direct link on the first step you need to take, then leave us your name and number, and I, myself, or someone will call you back as soon as possible and try to lead you in the direction for the first initial step. Is that helpful, Vera?
Okay, so can I give you my number now?
If you'd like, I'll note it.
Okay, since you have my name.
Yeah.
My number is 202
202
yes, 270
270
3459.
59. So what you
Now,
can
is
do in the
this
meanwhile
okay?
is start to identify the zip code and street addresses that you're familiar with along your travels over the last few years, where you would like to live if you could. So let's start there. And what I'm going to do is identify how I can get one address to send y'all some directories. They're directories that you can flip through. They got pages, they got colors. They're all on the internet too, if you're into using your computer or looking on the website. But we'll get all that for you all and make sure we send that link to everyone.
Miss
So
Beatty.
is this Miss is this Miss Queen? Who am I speaking with?
This is Miss Vera. That was Miss Vera Beatty.
Vera Beatty.
Miss Beatty.
Miss Beatty.
Okay, thank you so much.
I've had my hand up for a while.
I had my hand up because my name is not showing on the participant. It's showing general admissions, so you don't know it's myself. But anyway, when Janice was speaking, people should be aware that they can get, it won't help Janice, but people prior to that, payable on death. You have someone designated, your family you trust. Upon your death, they have access to those bank accounts. The only time they get it is upon your death.
Right.
Because they can take care of things, because a lot of times if you don't have that, you got to go to probate and all these things that take time.
Yes.
So some trusted family member or someone payable on death, on your death, then they'll be able to take care of the funeral arrangements and everything, because they'll have access to the monies that are in the bank account. And it's a simple little form there.
Can someone tell me how I can get a directory of subsidized senior housing in the district?
Yes, sir. That's what I said I was going to do for each of you. I'll have that direct link by the end of the week, and I'll make sure that it's emailed out to each of you. If you need it, use it. If not, just put it on a shelf.
Yes,
but some of us aren't showing
much.
Our names. It's showing general admission for some reason, not our names.
Yeah, let me just say that those of you that are working with the senior iPad program, There's a help desk number you should all have where you can call that number and they can assist you with making adjustments with your iPad so your names will show up at your meetings. Let
Can
me
you give
also,
them that help
Joe,
desk number at this
Joe,
time?
Joe, in addressing that issue, if we could get the meeting ID and the passcode, if there is one, then our name pops up immediately before we can even sign in. That's why we're coming in general, because we're using the Zoom link. They've already
Right.
instructed us how to go ahead and have our names to be recorded, but we need a meeting ID for that. Moving forward, and while I've got Miss Vera on the phone, the young lady who suggested the POD was absolutely right. Payable upon death.
Yes.
And there's also a TOD, transferable upon death. That means that nobody can get your money or your property, even in probate if you owe them. So please put that on your bank accounts and your financials and let folks and take a look into that. My question to you guys is does anybody there have any instructions or directions or know where the point is at to creating a trust? And that was in reference, and that may help Joseph, who was talking to you earlier. But that's my question.
And what was your name, sir?
I'm C. Jolet.
C. Jolet.
I've also hit you in chat about the meeting ID and the trust and a variety of other things.
Okay.
To you personally.
Okay.
And Mr. Joe, I put my number in your private chat to get to Miss Berber.
All right.
Miss Beatty.
I'm getting ready to go get it now. Thank you very much.
Okay. Let me just mention that we have passed our time for this session, so we're going to have to bring it to a close. There are a lot of interesting comments and remarks. One of the things, again, I would point out, what we're doing is our role in this project is to provide weekly webinar sessions with topics of interest. And this definitely seems like, I'm sure it is, the topics of interest. The connection to the resources, though, should be coming through the DC Office of Aging and Community Living. We're just trying to help bring out more of identifying what your concerns are. For specific assistance, you should be reconnecting with them if you haven't done so already. Okay? So with that, we're going to bring this session.
One question. Will the Department of Aging be joining on one of these webinars one week so that we can talk with, they can do a presentation of some of these services that we're trying to get information on? And are these weekly webinars, and what day and what time? And will the presentation, a presentation be given by Department of Aging to give us a little bit more commentary? I know plenty of this is on the website, but give us a short version where we can speak with them directly and ask some of these questions one week.
We don't have them on the schedule just yet, but they are connected and we can have access to the recordings. All of these sessions are recorded. Did you want to comment?
I just want to, hello?
Hello.
This is Queen. What we can do is the questions. I see your hands up. And I
Hello,
think,
Queen.
Hi, guys.
Hi, this is Georgia Green. I met you. You came to my house one time.
Yeah. Now,
on Hannah Place.
And hopefully Mr. Wynn would agree with me. The question that you guys have today, some kind of way, if y'all can kind of send it to us and we can forward that information to Department of Aging, or we can try to get answers for you ourselves. I'm just kind of taking on that challenge because my manager didn't okay that, but we see the interest and we do care about you. So we don't want to ignore the hands up and people that do have questions. So if y'all can get your questions together, put in writing, you can send me an email and I'll try to follow up. That's Miss Queen Jones vetsgroup.org. I'll take on that responsibility because I see a lot of hands. We do want to help you guys as much as we can. And we report that information to the Department of Aging.
Hey, Mr. Joe, this is Michael Jones. You want me to hang around after this?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay. Let me just note there, Miss, I think it was Celestis McNatt. Thank you so very much for your comment and your questions in terms of getting more specific questions, answers from sources who can really meet need. We will now put that in our thought bank to say, can we identify our spokesperson for future workshops that might be able to come in, who will probably have those direct links to some of those questions from her agency that actually deals with all this stuff. So we got that noted. Also, what would be very helpful is if you're able and willing to write down your questions and send it, email it, or however you've been communicating with Ms. Queen or Mr. Wynn, we will begin to look at those questions and see what we can do. Now, what I'm going to volunteer to do is to identify it'll come to you like an email or a handout, but on that handout, there will be a way to get some of the simple contacts for some of these questions I've overheard that you get you started on the first step. It's not going to be the answer to all, but it'll get you to the first step that will hopefully send you in the right direction. Okay, that's the best we could do at this moment. But we really appreciate all of your being just so courageous to speak out and say what your needs are and wants and wishes. And I just think that's fantastic.
Hey, Joe, this is Lou here with the
Do we
DACO
have an
project.
email address for you, Miss Beatty?
I can give you that right now because my email is real simple. I don't know if you see my name, but it's my first name, V like Vera, ERA 20, the number 20 at Mac, MAC. It's like it stands for an Apple computer, .com. So I'll repeat that. It's V like Victor, E like Edward, R like Rainbow, A like Apple, 20 at Mac.com.
Yes, you do.
Thank you.
Okay. Just before we break, Lou, go right ahead, Lou.
Yeah, folks, this is Lou August. I run the program that is coordinating with DACL on this, and Queen and everybody's doing a great job. Joe, thanks for the great presentation. I heard the desire from everybody.
It's fading out.
We just lost you,
Fading
Lou.
out, Lou.
We lost you.
I don't think he even realized.
He'll try to come back. Let's see.
Are the meetings weekly on Thursdays at 1?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, you got a few hands while he's waiting.
And
okay,
I will bring that up at our next name. Get your name there.
Hey, Lou, can you hear us? Lou, are you still there?
Looks like he
I
just
think we
left.
lost you. Also, just
Joe, I'm back now, Joe. Sorry about that.
we dropped the connection, so you may want to provide
So
your
what
message.
I wanted to say is I will bring up to the DACO leadership the idea of them taking part in an interest group call so that they can answer a lot of these questions directly. And Joe, maybe you consider co-hosting them in your next interest group, or we can work out the details later. Also, if your session says general admission on it, if you scroll to the upper right-hand corner of your box, a small blue box will show up, and that will allow you to edit your name, to put your actual name in there. And that's important for us because we want to give you credit for attending this webinar. Keep in mind that everybody has to attend 3 group webinars to satisfy the requirements of the program. And this webinar should be, part of that. But if we don't know you attended, then that's a problem. We will also make sure that we include the Zoom call-in number next time, so that you can also just enter that number, and then your credentials will come up. So I just want you all to know that I've been listening in, and I'll do everything I can. I know Joe will do everything he can. I know Queen will do everything she can to help address your concerns. Thanks, everyone.
Lou, the rename box doesn't pop up when we try to put our name in.
No, I didn't see it either.
Really? So if you
No, it doesn't come up. I don't see a blue box either.
The rename box will not come up.
Yeah,
it doesn't come
you have
up.
to hold, excuse me, listen, you hold your cursor, which is your mouse, that little arrow that moves when you move your hand with the mouse. Point to the corner right top of your screen and hold it there, and it should appear. It will go away the minute you move your hand, though.
But we're on our iPads. It does not show up. It
Oh, it
does
might
not
be the
show
app.
up. Yeah,
it
it
does
shows
show.
raise hand
Because
and mute. It
we
does
know
not
how
show
we know
rename.
how to do it. We've been told we know how to do it.
The young lady,
That's you. Well, and the other thing is,
correct. The
we
only
send
option
out
you have a raise
links.
hand.
We
A
send
raise
out
hands
two
and
links.
voice.
One is a registration link, which will allow you to register with your name. The other one is a direct link. If you use the direct link to go into the meeting, that's what causes general admission to come up. So if you can make sure to always register, always use that link. When you register, that puts your name in it. And
well, I registered, but my name still didn't show up. I registered.
I did too.
And I'm wondering, when you actually join the meeting, do you click the join now thing from the email?
Oh.
Yes, that's what I did.
And because that's what will cause you to come up general admission.
So what's the option?
The other option is when you if you register for the meeting,
which I did,
cause you to put your name and email address in it.
Yes.
And then it should put you a calendar invite in your calendar for this meeting. It'll create a calendar invite, and then just go to that calendar invite and click on that link. And it should come up with your name.
But we will have the
That's
meeting
what I
ID.
did. I went to the calendar invite, and then I put all my information in, and then it brought me in with my name.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, so are we getting credit for having attended?
Yeah, this is Yvonne. I'm on.
Okay. So that sounds like the key. You got to register, and then the calendar invite will come on your calendar, and that'll have
That's
your
what I
custom
did.
link with your name in it.
That's exactly what I
When you
did.
start the meeting, go to the calendar. Go to your calendar. Start it from your calendar. Don't start it from the email link. Don't start it from the direct email link, or it comes up general admission.
Yes, hey, look, my name is William Philpott. Is my name registered? Did my name show up? Hello, can you hear me?
No, your name did not show up, sir.
Okay, well, how would I get it? Get my name registered?
Again, there's going to be another.
Joe, why don't we have everybody whose name is general admission put your name in the chat box? Just send your name to everybody in the chat box, and then I will copy it from the chat box before the end of the meeting.
That's what I did.
Just go in the chat box and put your name there, send it to everyone, and then I'll be able to see it, and then I'll copy it, and then I'll put it in the roster. Okay.
All right, how do I get to the chat box?
Where is the chat box? I don't see a chat
That's
box.
all I needed. Then I'm done.
It says should say chat on the bottom
It's
of the
somebody on
screen.
named Cletus, Kevin. Somebody on your
I
name
don't see. I don't see any chat on the screen.
Cletus.
You hit the
I
three
know
buttons.
it's somebody's actual
You get up
name.
to your right, the right-hand corner. You see the three little dots. Touch on that. It says.
Okay, so they can do that.
It has more, and then under that you're gonna say raise hand, chat, meeting settings, and all the other things. And you touch on the chat.
Where is that now?
Go to the three dots at the top of your screen, all the way to in the right-hand corner. You see three little dots. It says more. MORE. touch on that.
Okay, all right.
Touch that, and a box will open up, and you'll see the word chat in there. You touch on chat.
Okay.
And hit chat.
Hit chat.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
I
then
see
screen,
chat.
and then you just tap in your name, it's like he told you to do.
I'm sorry.
All right, and my keypad didn't come up.
Mine did. My keypad didn't come up either.
Did you tap it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Tap chat, and then go down and tap the tap
okay,
where you're gonna
right.
chat. You gotta tap
I
it
said
again.
Yvonne.
Oh man.
You have to tap it again.
It's so hard for me to turn this thing off.
Yvonne, I'm here, Yvonne.
No, it didn't happen. It didn't
Hi,
happen.
everyone.
After you get into chat, you have to tap it again.
There we go.
Hi, Gemma. Hello. Come on.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not getting it.
Well, I left the meeting
Not
and
coming up either.
I
Okay.
left the meeting and came back and registered, and then my name showed up.
Okay.
My name doesn't come up either.
All right. I can't get the chat box to come back.
Go back up. Go back up to the
Okay,
right hand
all right.
corner, and hit where it says more.
Okay.
Three
all
dots.
Right. All right. I
All right,
hit chat box.
Hit the chat box.
Okay.
Hit the chat box again. Tap it again. It should come. Your which column should come up.
I see my name. I see my name. What shall I do now? Hello. I see my name. What shall I do?
Oh, Benita. Did I mute everything?
Here though.
Okay.
I'm having a problem.
Me too.
I hit the chat box.
I see my name, but I don't see it down here.
Oh, yeah. Help them. No, did I mute
That's
everything?
just.
I want to make sure I didn't mute everybody.
If your name shows up in participants, your name is if it shows up in
I have a
participants, you're okay.
suggestion. Why don't we just do a roll call? Everybody just say their name, and then that way everybody will know who's in attendance. So that way we don't have to try to figure out, who's
I
in
think
the
we want
box,
to end the
who's not.
workshop session, and for those of you who want to continue to troubleshoot, you can remain in the Zoom room. But Mr. Nguyen is going to come back, and he's going to end the workshop properly.
All right, you ready for the name?
All they
Yeah,
want you to say
everybody,
your name.
and what,
Say your name.
everybody,
My name TV on.
My name's
Turn it down. Turn down the TV.
one at a
William
time.
Philpott.
One at a time.
William Philpott.
Yeah, one at a time.
I don't think that's gonna work. Too many people talk at the same time.
Hello?
Okay. Your name begins with an A. What's your name? A.
It's my night.
Your name start with a C. You gotta come over here.
I'm not.
No names that begin with A. Okay, names that begin with B.
Broom.
Yeah, on Saturday.
B. Broom.
Trudy Broom.
Broom.
Tomorrow. You can know about tomorrow. It's just from
Okay.
2 to 7.
Last name begin with C.
By the church on.
No last name begin with C. Last name begin with D.
They're having fun and food and everything. Games for the kids.
Last name begin with E.
Always uneasy when dry bones.
Can somebody mute their TV?
Yeah, yeah, that's Yvonne Irvin.
I'm sure they can't see.
Yvonne Irving.
Yeah, not Irving, Irvin. E-R-V-I-N.
Irvin, okay.
And the first name is spelled E-V-O-N.
Okay, Yvonne Irving.
That's right, that's my name. And I know how to put your name up, but it doesn't work for some reason on the iPad today.
Okay, that's okay. We're getting everybody's name. Okay, E-F, last name F. Last name G.
Yes, see, they gotta put their name in to be,
G.
so it can be accounted for the day. That's important.
Yes, G.
They need their name in there.
G.
we have people that come
We have to
in
satisfy that.
You got G?
on site.
What's your
to
last
visit the
name?
farm,
Georgia
and
Green?
they thought it was kind of
Georgia
Maria,
Green.
right? Maria just got the
Yes.
grandchild.
right into
Okay.
the
Anybody
nitty-gritty.
else last name G?
I
Jackson.
have like three different
I'm sorry,
words of
we missed the
different
C's.
phrases that I'm gonna say. As you know, I
Okay.
practice
What's your
very
last name
informal.
begin with C?
And
No, the
what's
last
the
name
first
starts with
thing
M,
or
first name is
things that
C.
come to your
Okay.
mind when
Okay.
I mention the
Yeah, we're gonna
word
be doing last name. Sorry about the
that's in
confusion.
reference to the
Okay,
bone?
Okay,
You know, the
sorry.
top is bone.
that's
So I'm
okay.
gonna say something and just
The last
say,
name
G-F
blurt out the first
H.
thing that comes
Last
to
name H.
your
Jackson.
H. H.
My name.
Well, who's putting the names in?
Excuse me, who is that that's putting the names in?
Okay, I was trying to get the names for the gentleman that said your name have to be on there to get credit for this.
Who is
And
that that's speaking?
That might be Kim.
this is Kimberly Holmes.
Okay, hey Kim, how you doing?
Hi, Miss Queen. So is
This is
Mr. New
Anita
right?
hollering at you too.
Oh, hi, Vanita. I was just trying to help get some organization because it seemed like
Oh,
there was so
good.
much
I do
confusion.
understand. Is it possible I can mute everybody but the person that you're speaking with?
Well, no,
Yes,
because
I don't know.
everybody,
Well,
they
somebody
have
has a radio or something going on, so it's just like
they got
someone.
TV on.
exactly. But we
Do they
won't
know
be
how to
able.
mute that line?
What about my name?
Okay,
Yeah.
but the
Okay.
problem is I don't know who to not mute. I don't know which one
Exactly.
I'm speaking to.
Exactly. So I was trying to get everybody as I go through the alphabet, they can just say their name. We write the name down and then provide that list to whomever it needs to go to. And
Okay.
that way, you know, it won't matter if they can write it in the chat or not. 'Cause it seemed like everybody was having an issue accessing the chat. So we want to make sure everyone gets credit for
Absolutely.
attending.
Go right ahead, Kim. I was just trying to lessen the noise that was going on, but
Right, I
and
got you. I know, I heard it too.
it sounds like though that whoever it was has either cut it off or muted themselves. So go right
So
ahead. I'm sorry.
Nobody wrote down the names we had so far? I guess not.
My name is not here.
Okay.
My name is not sure.
No, you don't have to see your name. It's okay. All right. So I had
G.
Well, I need to go
I
back now because I know somebody was writing it down.
I'll give you my
G
name.
was Georgia Green.
Georgia
G was
Green.
Georgia Green.
You hear me?
We have Yvonne Eden. What's your last name again, Miss Yvonne? She said Yvonne Eden. FG. Okay, anybody last name H?
H. G.
Last
G.
name
You got
G.
G?
G.
G? Yeah, I
G
said
is Georgia.
G.
Okay,
Georgia
you got
Green.
G. Yes.
Anybody else last name G?
Yeah, me.
What's your name, sir?
Oscar Gonzalez.
Say it again.
Oscar Gonzalez?
Yes.
Okay.
And also I want to tell you that I have a problem getting online here. And I called 202-800-6868 and nobody answered, nobody helped me. Okay, where the group at?
Okay. Someone will get back to you, Mr. Gonzalez. Miss
Yes.
Queen, she will get back to you to try to assist you with.
But you have my name now, right?
Yes, sir. We have your name, Oscar Gonzalez.
Oscar Gonzalez.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you much.
Okay. G. Okay. Anybody last name H?
H. I'm on Mr. Harriet Brown.
You're not Harriet?
Harriet Brown.
You are Harriet Brown?
Yes.
Okay, your name is on your thing correctly then.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Anybody else H? I. J.
Michael Jones.
Mike Jones.
Yes, Michael Jones.
L right now.
Anybody else? J.
Terry Jackson.
What's the first name again?
Terry, Terry.
Terry Jackson. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I can't see my picture.
Anybody else? Last name begin with J. All right. K. L.
Long.
Mr. Long, your name is already listed.
Daniel Long.
Okay.
Okay.
HIJKLM.
Oh, I have an L, but what I did is I left the meeting, registered, and then my name, Carolyn Lawson, showed up.
Okay. Carolyn Lawson.
Man, very unorganized.
Okay. Last name M.
Nichols.
McNatt.
Yes.
Anybody
The
else?
N. William Nichols.
Miss Nichols with an M or Nichols with an N?
Oh, I thought you said N. Nichols with an N. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's okay. Well, we on N now.
You already got my name. It came up.
Yeah, I see you.
Okay. Exactly. O. Last name O. P.
Philpott. William.
Can you hold on just 1 minute, Mr. Williams, so I can get your name down? William.
Okay.
And your last name?
Philpott.
Can you spell that?
P is in Paul, H is in Henry, I-L, P is in Paul, O-T is in Tom.
Okay.
Philpott.
Thank you.
First name William.
Anybody else? P. Q. R. S.
Somerville.
Somerville.
Yes. Ophius Somerville.
Your name shows up as O. Somerville.
Yes.
Thank you.
Anybody else? S. T. U. V. W. No X, no Y, no Z. Okay. Everybody gave their name, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Back to you, Miss Benita, Mr. Joe. I'm going on mute.
Okay, if you could just give me 1 minute, I think I have everybody written down. I'm just copying the names right now. Miss Kim, did you have 2 Michael Jones?
No, but I just had one.
Okay, I have 2 Michael Joneses. Mr. Jones, I see, and I'm hoping that's Mr. Jones in a white t-shirt. Is that
Yes,
you?
ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
I also
ma'am.
have a Michael Jones with a lady with glasses walking right now. I guess she does not hear me.
Yeah, I didn't get that Michael Jones. I got the one with the white t-shirt.
Hello? She has stopped and I can't even describe.
Yeah. My name is Ophius Somerville.
I have you, Miss Somerville. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know how else to get her attention.
Hey, Miss Jones, should be only one Michael Jones because I went on the chat and put my name in it again.
Okay. I don't know who the other person is then.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, you was doing roll call. You went past, I didn't know actually you was taking names, but did you have Norman Martin?
No, I don't have Norman Martin.
No, I didn't get
Yeah,
that
actually,
one
I
either.
was been trying to figure out how to get in mute and unmute, and I'm just figuring it out.
Okay. Let's see if I can put you down too, Mr. Norman.
Yeah, I see the other Michael Jones too. It's a lady with glasses on.
Yeah, and she doesn't hear me talking to her. Patricia. Yes. I'm sorry, I was looking for a pen.
Hey, Miss Jones.
She just went into another meeting. Is there a message I can give her?
No, I was Mr. Joe and Miss Williams told me to hang around because I'm a veteran. I was trying to figure out how I can get some help moving to a senior home.
Okay. If I call your name, I have your information down. You can leave the screen as soon as you hear your name being called. If you don't hear your name, please stay on the line because I might need to get your name. There are 1, 2 people that I see that I still don't have a name for. Cletus McNate, I have you. You can go. I don't know if she's still on or not. Mr. Philpott, I have your information. You can go.
Okay.
Miss Cletus, I have your information. You can go now. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Say it again. Thank you.
All right. I have.
Hello, what's the information for?
Just your name so that you will be ready.
Okay.
Mr. R. Hunt, I have you. You can go. Miss Maria Rodriguez, I have your name.
Leave the meeting again.
You can go. Norman Martin, I have your information.
Okay.
William Nichols, I have your information.
I can go now?
Who is that asked me?
Maria Rodriguez.
Yes, Maria, you can go now. Thank you.
Thank
William
you.
Nichols, I'm gonna go.
So I said Norman Martin, I have your information. You can go, Norman.
All right, thank you.
And Mr. Philpott, you can go. Thank you.
Okay.
Trudy Brome.
Yes.
I have your information. You can go.
Thank you very much and have a good evening.
You too. Oscar Gonzalez, I have your information. You can go.
All right. Thank you much. Have a good day.
Louis Carroll, I have your information. You can go. Ricardo
Matthews.
I have Ricardo Lewis. You can go.
No, my name is Ricardo Matthews.
Ricardo Matthews. Thank you. All right, I got your correction. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Danny Long, you can go. Willetta Barnes. Miss Barnes, you're on mute. Can you hold on 1 minute? Let's see if I can unmute you.
Hello?
Yes, Miss Barnes, I have your name. You can go now.
Thank you. You have a blessed one.
You too, love. Mr. Oscar Gonzalez, I already have your information. You can go.
Yes. All right. Thank you much.
That's all right. I'm finished.
All right. You have a good day. Christina Kelly. Christina Kelly. Janice, thank you. Janice Sanker, I have your information.
It was Victor's wife, Juanita.
Thank you.
Victor claimed he didn't even
Carol
remember
Jones,
sleeping
I have
with
your information. Meryl Jones.
You didn't call Michael Jones.
Mr. Jones, you said you were holding on so I could let you talk to Mr. Wynn.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I still have Willetta Barnes. Willetta Barnes. Miss Barnes.
She told me, she said, guess what? She said, you got David. She said, like Candace. Candace?
Christina Kelly. Miss Kelly. Meryl Jones. Mr. Jones.
Yes, ma'am.
You can leave. No, Mr. Merrill Jones, not Michael Jones. Mr. Merrill Jones. Yeah, he can't. Well, he can hear me, but he's not responding. Okay. Janice Sanker. Janice Sanker. I hate to get rid of folks without. Yeah. Okay. I have 2 people left on here that I don't know who you are. There are 2 Michael Joneses on here. There is a lady that is on that has long hair that I see a light behind you. You had on glasses. I do not know your true name. Who are you?
Terry Jackson?
Did you say Terry?
Yeah, I have dreads in my hair.
Yes,
And
yes,
glasses
ma'am.
on.
You're talking to me, but I need to find out, how do you spell your name?
Terry, and the last name is Jackson.
Terry Jackson.
Jackson, yes.
Okay, Miss Jackson, I have you. You can go now.
Okay, thank you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Okay, and I have one other lady. I'm sorry. You have
Georgia Green.
Georgia.
You haven't called me. Georgia
Yes.
Green.
Georgia.
Georgia Green. Can Georgia Green go?
Georgia Green, thank you so much for hanging around. You have a wonderful day.
Okay, I can go.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
And Michael Jones, hold on. Ask Joe to come on in here so he can talk to Michael. Yeah, that's it. There is one other person that's on here that has their hand up. Hello?
Tend to your brother. Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
This Michael Jones still here.
Oh, Michael, I still have you, but there's somebody that I can't see a picture, and I have no name for them. Who is this that's still on?
You are all in very good hands. Excellent hands.
Hello?
Is the best at what she does. Well, now she's on the other side, and it's the business
Whoever this
side.
is with the television going, I'm going to have to hang up on you if I can't get your name.
I guess it's time to face.
Well, you say you already have my name, Georgia Green.
Oh, yes, Miss Georgia Green, your name comes up general admission also. So please just hang up and we'll talk again at another time, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Michael.
Yes, ma'am.
Quinn said he has your questions down. He is in the process of trying to get your answers right now. Let me make sure I have your telephone number.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
It's 202. 459
Uh-huh.
70
I'm sorry, what was that last four?
7031.
7031. I got 202-459-7031.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Michael, have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for hanging on with me.
All right, thank you. You have a blessed one to all of y'all.
All righty, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, dear. Hold on 1 minute. That's Kim. Kim,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you so much for hanging with me. Can you got names that you wrote down?
Yeah, but you got everybody that I have. Except for there's a Carol. Did you get Carolyn Lawson?
No.
Okay, I got a Carolyn Lawson. Well, let me go through the names I got.
Okay.
So Georgia Green.
Mm-hmm.
Yvonne, I think she said Eden. Yvonne
I know
Eden.
Yvonne. Yvonne what?
I think it said Eden. Eden.
Okay.
And then Mr. Oscar Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm.
Harriet Brown.
Do I have a Harriet? I don't think I have Harriet.
Okay, Harriet Brown. And Mike Jones. Terry Jackson.
Okay.
It was a Mr. Long. I didn't get his first name. Long.
Was that John somebody? Yeah. There's a Long there. Danny Long.
Danny Long. That's who it was. Danny Long. And then Carolyn Lawson. McNatt. That's the last name. I think it was Cletus. something.
Cletus. Oh, I remember that name. Cletus McNate.
McNate. Okay. McNate. I can't read my own writing.
I thought that was a man until I saw her come up. I kept thinking it on somebody else's. Go ahead.
And then it was a William. I just wrote down William. I didn't get
William Barnes. No, that's Willetta Barnes. William Nichols.
William Nichols.
There was two Williams. Williams Nichols and William Philpott.
Okay, I don't have William Philpott, but I remember that name. But yeah, William Nichols.
Okay.
And that's it.
So these names are people who came up as administrator or something? We just got everybody's name. The reason why I'm asking, when I looked at the list, it said 59 people in attendance today. It was 60. 60. So that's all I'm asking. So these are the folks' names didn't show up is what I'm guessing. Well, I'm looking on the chat to see who did. See, these are names we didn't get.
Yeah, because see, everybody couldn't, for some reason, they couldn't access the chat. So I just figured to make it easy for everybody, they could just give their name and then we could just, follow up later or whatever. But that would be their way, instead of them trying to figure out how to do it right then and there. This is a way to get everybody's name, and then that way everybody can go on about their day. Because some of them have been trying to fumble with that thing for the next 30, 40 minutes.
Well, that's